All right.
Close your eyes. Buddy, you're following all around the fucking ring. You ain't doing shit. You got to punch.
Look when you're inside, bud. Let that shit go.
Don't bounce back when he's punching. You got to punch. Show your punches straight.
Okay.
Here's some more action. Whitaker landing, but McGirt coming up with one big punch to try to even out that round. Just isn't there at the moment. You heard him tell his trainer, I'm trying.
Round 9, the most lopsided of the bout so far. Our punch stat computers finding McGirt throwing only 20 punches in the 9th. Whitaker threw 77. So after having knocked Pernell Whitaker down in the 2nd round and then gotten him onto the canvas again in the 3rd round in what was not ruled a knockdown, Buddy McGirt has now slipped into the abyss and would need a major comeback, it appears, here in the scope to lift Pernell Whitaker's title.
Well, right now, it would seem to me as if Buddy would either need a knockout or at least 1 2-point round, along with 2 others, just to get a draw in the fight.
Whitaker wincing as he believes McGirt's head hits him one more time.
I felt a few times, Jim and Gil, that he hurt his arm, that's what he was wincing about. It wasn't a headshot, but that there's something in his arm that's wrong.
In his right arm.
I'm not sure which arm it is. I thought the left arm at one point, maybe it's the right arm as well, but several times he's winced.
McGirt becoming a little bit more active now as round 10 progresses. Whitaker maybe a little more defensive than he has been in the past 3 rounds. Backing up and living behind the jab for the moment. And now here comes the straight left again. And he lands one to the body. And another one to the head. And here comes Buddy.
McGirt looks very, very weary right now.
Crowd rising in appreciation here as they root for Whitaker to score the knockdown, which he so greatly covets now.
Let's go. You're tied up. We're clean.
McGirt was right with those body punches.
He looks like he's almost ready to go.
He's only been knocked out once in his career in 68 fights. That was by Meldrick Taylor. Oh, what a sensational left. But Buddy stands in.
McGirt's taking a beating now, Gil.
It's become a one-sided fight. Completely one-sided. It's as if Pernell Whitaker has imposed his will on Buddy McGirt.
That's exactly what he's done. He has simply stepped in belly to belly and proven himself for the moment the better man. Here comes another straight left.
If McGirt didn't give up in the last fight over the last 2 rounds, he's not going to give up here.
There it was, a crushing left. And another terrific round for Pernell Whitaker.
Baby, come on. Give it your all, bud. Okay. Give it your all, man. Yeah, what? How many rounds is it? What round is it?
Well, give it your all. You got 6 minutes. Give it your all.
Get your 1 punch. What's the matter with your left hand?
Nothing.
So, well, then fucking throw it. Get water.
Well, give it your all these last 6 minutes. Okay.
Let the punches come out. Come on. Don't spread your feet. Water, come on.
But you saw the numbers in round 10. It has become, for the moment, a rout. 2 rounds to go. Whitaker's never been knocked out. Buddy McGirt only once in his career in 68 fights.
we have 10 rounds. Your score so far?
Larry, totally one-sided, 98-92, 8 rounds to 2, Pernell Whitaker. I mean, I haven't given Buddy McGirt a round since round 3. I think there's something wrong with Buddy McGirt's right hand because he doesn't raise it above his shoulder. He doesn't block anything with his right hand at all.
That's the last thing in the world Whitaker is going to want to hear, is that McGirt was injured in the fight. You can't imagine the stream of invective that would elicit from Pernell Whitaker, who doesn't even believe, or claims he doesn't believe, that McGirt really had a shoulder operation after the last fight.
McGirt now is just staying in there on courage. That's about it. He's offering no opposition whatsoever.
Are you shocked, Gil?
Well, I've seen Buddy. I know the courage he has. I saw him win a fight when he had a bicep torn in half. I know he's a courageous guy, but he just doesn't seem to be able to throw any punches.
The great thing about Whitaker here is that he has a boxer's mentality. He doesn't get overexcited because he's got his opponent hurt and ready to go. Lands his punches, gets out, starts again.
No.
It's been the same pattern, Larry, for the entire fight. There's been no change in McGirt's strategy from the opening round. You can just stand and watch it. Here's Whitaker jabbing and sliding to his right all night long.
McGirt slipping on the same wet spot on which Whitaker went down a couple rounds ago.
And they nod to each other, acknowledging that Whitaker did not try to take advantage of it.
Good right hand by McGirt. His best shot in a while, but it's one punch at a time now for Buddy. Only Pernell Whitaker continues to throw combinations. There's a left and a right. So McGirt proves me a liar for the moment.
No. Berkeley, whoa. Step out.
Same wet spot.
Let's go.
Again, I have to compliment the referee for the job he's done, Jim. He's been on top of the action when he had to be.
Yep.
Done a great job.
Whitaker retreating away from McGirt's straight rights. The two fighters smile at each other momentarily. Slow, tactical round. Now McGirt slipping on the wet spot. And a flurry from Whitaker to close out the round.
Pernell Whitaker has given a lot of virtuoso performances, but considering the opposition, I don't think I've seen him better.
This has been a great fight.
Now I want you to listen to me real good. Now this round, this guy may go for broke. Don't run from it. You understand? Don't run from it. Make it look like you've been doing. Stay close to him. See the punches don't hurt you as bad. And then get around your neck. But now look, Pete. Try a little harder. Just try a little harder. Rub those legs. Give it your all, bud. You hear me? Give it your all. I got it. Don't give it no air. Give it your all in half a minute. I'm doing my best now. I know that. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Now look. Stay on his ass with that dead weight. Stay on it.
Pernell playfully pats Georgie Benton on the head as he leaves the corner for the last time. Round 12 begins. Great fight.
Well, you know, Pernell Whitaker told us he'd like to move up and fight Terry Norris. What about that fight, Jim?
Whole different story, I think. It would be an interesting test for Pernell to see if he can take Norris's punch. But we'll finish this one first. You heard Georgie Benton telling Pernell Whitaker not to run from McGirt. Why, Gil?
Because he doesn't want McGirt to catch him on the end of any long punches. They can do some damage. Inside, you smother the power, smother the punches.
Kind of a vote of confidence in his man. He's telling him he's good enough to beat him straight up, right?
That's right. And that's what Whitaker was trying to prove from the first round.
Pernell Whitaker may have taken more heavy shots here in the first 3 or 4 rounds than at any time in the past couple of years in his career. But he weathered the early storm and eventually asserted tactical dominance over Buddy McGirt.
All right, breaking there. Step out of there. Break clean. Quit the wrestling now. Let's go. Get out of there, sweet pea. Let's go.